While at school, we got hit with a 7.0 earthquake, got evacuated to the track, and even got a tsunami warning. For reference, this is the amount of damage that a 6.4 earthquake caused, and again, the one that hit on this day was a 7.0. It was crazy, and I made a short explaining this whole situation, but I didn't have time to go in depth, so that's what this video is for. And all just started out as a normal day, because obviously I didn't know anything was gonna happen. I just had gotten out of my second period advisory, which is pretty useless, but I guess that doesn't really matter. It ends at 10:43, and we get a 15-minute break. So I was walking to the cafeteria, which is where most of my friends go, and I was walking through the hallway, which was outside because my entire campus is pretty much outdoors. And while I'm walking through the halls, I had headphones on because I had just bought AirPod Maxes. So of course I want to wear them, and I had noise cancellation on because I guess I was just in my own world, I don't know. And apparently while I was walking in the hall with my headphones on, the earthquake had already started. Based on what other people said, it was going on for like a minute before it got really bad, and I just didn't even feel it. Because I guess obviously if you're just walking outside, to be able to feel an earthquake, it has to be really strong. But in a second you'll see it eventually did get that bad. So I'm walking outside with my headphones on, and then all of a sudden the music stopped. And I didn't think much of it at first because when you're getting a call, your music stops. And after a couple seconds, Siri will say, person is calling you. So I thought that was what was gonna happen because my phone was in my bag, so I didn't want to like grab it out and see who was calling me. I was just gonna see what Siri said. But in that exact moment, I saw everyone look down at their phones at the same time. And I'm not gonna lie, these next few seconds were the scariest part of everything, including everyone looking down at the same time, because it felt like a simulation. Because all of a sudden, everybody just walking, and then literally at the same time, everybody starts looking down, and I hear like an alarm. Because if you've never been in an earthquake, then you'll actually get a alarm from your phone. It's not every single time, but most times you will get an alert. But I really didn't have time to process what was going on. It was just like a really weird situation seeing everybody look down at the same time. And that alarm, obviously it's designed like that, but some primal part of your brain just like lights up and just makes you like focus, like kind of in like fight or flight mode. But again, I didn't have time to process all this, and all of a sudden the earthquake hits really hard. I start shaking, but I'm like looking straight, and I see everything like shaking around. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought that the world was gonna end for some reason, because everyone looked down at the same time like they were like robots or something, and all of a sudden it starts shaking really violently. It kind of reminds me of another earthquake we had at like 3 a.m. My friend had red LED lights on while he was sleeping. He woke up to the earthquake shaking and his LED lights flashing red, and he said that he thought he died in that situation. Anyway, there's a lot of earthquakes in California. Anyway, like I said, the earthquake hits hard. I'm shaking all around. I stumbled and almost fell over, all within a very short few second time period. How long did the earthquake last? I have no clue. Well, like I said, it was like minutes before that apparently it started, but that really bad part, I think it was only like 5 seconds max. And immediately after that, everyone just started looking around at each other. I wasn't near anybody I knew because, like I said, I was just listening to music. I saw everyone just kind of standing still, not knowing what to do. And this teacher started running out of classrooms and like telling people to go places. They were trying to like herd people into open areas so nothing could fall on them. But I don't know why. I was just kind of oblivious to what the teachers were saying. And I started walking towards the cafeteria again where my friends were. And after the fact, they told me in the cafeteria it was really chaotic, because obviously the doors are really small and there's probably upwards of 100 people in there. But anyway, I walked towards the cafeteria where I saw my friend and kind of met up with him and talked with him a bit. And I saw someone laying down on the ground that got hurt. Apparently she fell and hit her head, and there was a lot of people around her, and teachers just like running trying to get her help. I think it was a girl. I can't really remember. I was just trying to focus on what just happened. And while I was watching that person on the ground and with my friend, I was under like a roof, just like a cover, because like I said, it's outside. And then the lunch lady yelled at me to get away from it, and she was yelling at everybody, trying to get everybody to just move out. And that's when everybody started heading to the track because all the teachers said to. So everyone just walked out to the track, and I was searching up how big that earthquake was. And as soon as they move everyone out to the track, we get an insane notification, a tsunami warning. I'm gonna pop up a picture of the notification because it's an emergency notification. So that was really creepy, I'm not gonna lie. And at first I was not worried about it because I didn't think it would actually happen. But then my mom texted me and said they had to evacuate everyone because she was more by the ocean, and she works at a local community college where they had everyone go up onto a hill. And that's where I got nervous that a tsunami might actually happen, because they had everybody climb up on a hill to get to high ground. Sorry, I keep coughing. I'm kind of sick, and I also have a really bad headache. But anyway, as far as the tsunami, they even had an ETA for when it was gonna hit. So then I started worrying about that, but we were all trapped in my school's track. Like, they wouldn't let you leave. We were just standing inside the grass on the track, not knowing what to do for like 20 minutes. I was just with a couple friends talking about what happened. And like I said, the teachers wouldn't let us leave. They blocked every single exit. So we decided plotting on how we were gonna get out, because we wanted to leave and go home. I had to go check to see if there was any damage at our house, but they wouldn't let anybody leave unless you had a parent that like walked up to the teacher and told them you needed to leave. So me and my friend thought about jumping the fences, but we didn't want to get in trouble for that. So after like 10 minutes of plotting, we came up with the idea that we were just gonna walk out the gate on our phones, acting like we were really busy talking to our parents or something, and hopefully we would blend in, because other people were doing that but getting caught by the teachers, because there was like 6 teachers standing at the main exit, like all of the really strict teachers that will definitely stop you. But I just pretended to be on the phone talking to my mom or someone I guess important, and just kept walking, didn't make eye contact with anybody. And somehow doing that, me and my friend got out while everyone was still stuck in. So we get out and we start walking towards the main street where our friend was gonna pick us up, and we see that everyone just got released as soon as we left, but they had to go back to class. Luckily we got out just in time, and we headed like towards the main street, and our friend picked us up who escaped earlier than us. He gave a few of us a ride to the parking lot so we could just get our cars and head home. And so that's exactly what I did. I drove home and was really scared that there was gonna be a lot of damage, because at this point I already knew how big the earthquake was. It was like a 7 point something. I think initially it said it was like a 7.4, and like I said, a 6.4 did a ton of damage to us previously. honestly. So I headed home to see what condition our house was in. And I was actually pretty surprised. It honestly wasn't that bad. There was a few things that fell. I had some cologne that broke. That was pretty much all the damage. But it was Mason Margiela cologne. It was my favorite one, Jazz Club. So that is unfortunate. So like the cabinets were open. Some stuff fell off of like the shelves behind me. Nothing too crazy. And obviously with earthquakes like this, you do have aftershocks. I think the biggest one was only like a 5.2 or something. But yeah, it was kind of a crazy situation. And I'm gonna make more long form videos about my short form story times. Like for example, the lockdown we had. So if you guys want to see more, then make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.